What's up, guys? Iceman here. So first off, I would like to thank Chad M for becoming my most recent patron. Thank you, sir, for your support. And if you would like to become a patron, to anyone else, click the link in the description below. Appreciate you guys. And I will be adding Chad to the banner at the end of this video. For next video, or something like that, but yeah. Nonetheless, what I intend to talk about in this video is Diablo 4 and the potential classes that we might see added to the game, because as we know, currently we have the Druid, we have the Barbarian, and we have the Sorcerer. All three characters that have been showcased last year at BlizzCon, is that right? And they all look really damn good from what I've seen and in my opinion. But check this out. Let's watch a little bit of this gameplay trailer right here. See some of the gameplay. Looks fucking toad. Make this a little bigger. Yeah, just like that.
The dream continues to haunt me, old friend. It always starts with a journey.
But here, of course, is the cinematic.
There I find a city in flames.
Not too far into this at all's gameplay.
Streets choked with corpses.
The mounts.
Unthinkable destruction.
I think the mounts are going to be kind of cool.
This senseless slaughter.
Exploratory and
Brother
shit.
against brother. Pure hatred.
A lot of the subtle details in the environment
Agony.
and the characters.
Suffering surrounded me.
It's not as exaggerated as it was in Diablo 3.
Burn my eyes.
So I'm looking forward to that.
Break my bones. I awaken in terror.
How's the volume? Let's turn that up a little bit. But check
There's
out
no one left to stand against them.
that just the visuals here, man. It's fucking told. Here's the Sorcerer. And I intend to play this character probably as my first character in this game. Just look at those skills. The skills look epic. Barbarian, your items are actually like you're actually swinging your weapons in what's being showcased here anyway. Whereas in D3, that's not always the case. Not always actually swinging your weapons. Yeah, the shape shifting is really nice. And there's a couple other skills that the Druid has that I think are epic. Yeah, the Sorcerer's would be a good time, I think. But the Druid as well looks really intriguing. There's some, like, storm skill that the Druid has where it just zaps shit from the sky and little tornadoes are spinning around him. It's really nice. There's Duriel. The return of Duriel from Diablo 2. Some co-op right there. It's pretty damn good, man. The world boss.
Think me mad.
That's another big thing for this game that I know has stirred up a lot of talk in the forums and shit.
Hell is coming, brother.
But
Hell is coming.
yeah, let me know what you guys think about the gameplay so far. You know, what sort of criticisms do you have of that for Diablo 4? And is it what you were hoping for so far? Now, I believe there are yet to be 2 classes added to the game. And a class that I want to see, and I know many of my viewers on here probably won't be surprised, but that's just how it is, man. I like the Amazon, alright? And I feel like we're lacking the Amazon and some of her character traits in Diablo 3. One of my favorite skills in the Diablo franchise, Lightning Fury. Alright? This skill where you just throw a javelin into a powerful bolt of lightning that splits on impact, and you can level this shit up, have it split and multiply, and then your origin javelin can actually pierce enemies depending on your setup. in your skills if you have Pierce added, and I do on this character. You have some items with Pierce maybe, or you just have the skill pumped up to where I have it at 75%. Holy shit. Did I really pump it up to 75%? Yeah, I did. Oh, but yeah, Lightning Fury, man. It's just a skill that I think makes you feel pretty damn godly. You see that? Now, of course, you run into certain barriers, you know, where you have to improvise and where a challenge then is had. Such barriers would be running into enemies who are immune to lightning. You know, to where you can't just constantly spam this skill. Now, you might have Infinity with the Conviction Aura on your Mercenary, in which case there are still many enemies in the game in which Conviction does not actually break their lightning immunity, to where you still have to improvise, you know what I mean? But that's just endgame stuff. And endgame stuff is a big deal for Diablo 4, isn't it? Endgame stuff in Diablo 2 are, you know, part of it is searching for those runes that are damn hard to get. You could play 6 months of this fucking game and not find a Burr rune, and you need 2 of them to make an Infinity. Not even to mention the mid runes that go along with it. So yeah, it's a long journey, man, and Diablo 3 is lacking that. So I'm not going to go about that so much, though, in this video. I've bitched about that to quite an extent, but it's good to have those super rare items that aren't just the same damn items that you found 10 hours in with higher stats, you know what I mean? Like Diablo 3, like game-changing items. Like Infinity, for example. Like I said, I have to work your ass off to get that. You could play for 6 months, man. You could play the whole fucking ladder. Put in several hours a day and not find a Burr rune. I haven't found a Burr rune in quite a long time. But yeah, something like that. But nonetheless, the video, you know, the intention was just, I'm curious to know what you guys have to say about these 2 remaining character slots for Diablo 4. You know, I want to see something like the Amazon. And to be honest with you guys, I don't give a fuck. I want them to bring back Lightning Fury. Alright? That's what I'm hoping for. Lightning Fury is a fucking toad skill, and I miss having it in Diablo 3. With the time I put into that game, you know, I just would think back of how epic it was playing as the Javazan in Diablo 2 with the Lightning Fury skill. Well, of course, there are endless other things that made me want to go back to Diablo 2, and which I ultimately did. But yeah, that's just one of the things, man. But I want the Amazon. And here's the thing. With multi-shot, I don't have a point in it right now, so I can't show you. You can manipulate the arrow spread. And you can't do that in Diablo 3. In Diablo 2, if your pointer is close by, it'll make for a wide spread in multi-shot. And if it's far out, the spread will be more, you know, tight. So you could manipulate your arrow spread. And you can't do that in Diablo 3. It's bullshit. It just shoots one big triangular hit window. And there's no manipulation of the arrow spread in Diablo 3. It's bullshit. And that's not how it should be. So I want like a true Amazon to come back, you know? A character with multi-shot where you can control the spread. Multi-shot where each arrow counts. You know, where each arrow has its own hit radius. This isn't the case in Diablo 3. Like I said, it's just one big-ass hit window. And if they're in the triangle, they're hit by it. And if they're not hit by it. Whereas in Diablo 2, each fucking arrow, every individual arrow has its own hit chance applied. Say you have a 92% chance to hit enemies. Each little arrow will have a 92% chance to hit enemies. So some of them won't hit, some of them will hit. It just adds to the realism, man. And you can feel that when you're playing, when you're getting better, when you're increasing your attack rating, when you're leveling up. When you're surpassing the enemies you're fighting in level, you can feel that. That your arrows are hitting a bit more consistently now. Now that you've bumped up your AR. And now that you've leveled up more. Which there should be a cap in leveling. One that's nearly damn impossible to attain. Another thing I think needs to be in Diablo 4. There's an endless fucking list, but and I know we've gone on about it a lot. But yeah, you have to have that that benchmark, and it's nice. It's to have something to strive for, even if it's damn near impossible to achieve. I've never gotten a character 99, and I don't give a fuck. You know, I've been playing this game for a long time. New ladder, I restart a character, I get them to maybe 91, maybe 92 sometimes. I intend to try to go a little further this upcoming ladder for Path of Diablo, which is just in a few weeks now. August 14th, I think it is, so I hope to see you guys on there. But yeah, it's just one of the many things, man. But yeah, they have to have that benchmark, I think. Level 99, and it's fucking damn near impossible to achieve. Is how I like it. Then the real toads really start to stick out. You know what I'm saying? Like, you see a guy join the game and he's level 97. You're like, holy fucking shit. You're like, damn, dude, you're a toad. You know, you're a real toad for hitting that level. Whereas in D3, it just doesn't fucking matter. You got people 2,400, 2,560. You just have these levels that are just, it becomes less comprehensible, right? Is that what it is? It becomes less comprehensible, I think. Exactly. That's exactly what it becomes when you're working with those fucking high-ass numbers. You know, we can understand numbers like 1 through 100. You know, we can see, you know, what one is achieved when you're, say, 89 and your boy's 95. It's a big fucking difference. You know, nobody gives a toad if one guy's 2,560 and the other guy's 2,572. You know what I'm saying? Just nobody gives a fuck about that. That's why you gotta have it be 99, man. I don't give a shit if it's taken straight out of Diablo 2. But yeah, let me know if you guys are with me on all that. And what characters do you guys want to see? Now, here's the thing. Maybe some folks think it's lame that I want the Amazon to come back. I don't give a fuck. Maybe they think that's lame. But here's the thing. I'll be generous enough to say, well then, and just give us whatever for the last character. I don't care. I'm optimistic, man, you know, and I'm open to ideas. But I want that Amazon. Or at least something just like her. With javelins and bows. I think that would be great. Because there still hasn't been a bow class showcased. And I'm thinking that's what they're leaning toward. Because they know the Amazon's a hot class in Diablo 2. But it might be too much. They already have a straight up druid. They already have a straight up barbarian. And those are both from Diablo 2. So they might call it something a little differently. I don't know. But I hope it's an Amazon. With a backstory and all that. But nonetheless, I hope that it has javelin and spear skills. Because that's something that was lacking in Diablo 3. The throw by barbarians, I don't think were similar. And something that uses bows as well. Or a hybrid of the two. Maybe something like the druid class, where some skills you just instantaneously transform into the bear and you do a big ass swipe, then you turn back into your human form. You know, something where you can have your bow at your disposal along with the javelins. Where you don't have to hit W to switch like this, you just have some skills that are sunk with it. Maybe that would be the better way to go, I don't know. Some folks argue that would suck, so let me know in the comments what you guys think about that. I know that's how they're working the current druid class. But some would say maybe that it's taking a step closer to how Diablo 3 is, where everything's just so instantaneous, right? Your skills. And it doesn't matter what you have in hand at the time. You're just going to cast whatever the fuck skill you have bound to 1, 2, 3, or 4. But at the moment, I feel like maybe that would be a better way to go with the Amazon. To have skills that would be bound to your bow and skills that would be bound to your javelin throws. And you could have like the Barbarian in D4 where he has like one slot for the big two-hand weapon, then aside from it he has like the one-hand weapons. And you could have them all equipped and he'll have like the big-ass one hanging on his side or vice versa. And if you right-click, you know, he'll do a swing with a big weapon, or if you hit, say, 2 or whatever, or Q, he'll just rip out his dueling axes and do a slice with those. You know, maybe that's a good way to go, man. Maybe that is the where Diablo should be headed in terms of its game mechanics. I don't know. Well, let me know what you guys think about that. But, you know, some folks are saying there's going to be like some demon class or some angel class or some shit, and those are going to be the 2 remaining classes. Maybe just one of them will be something like that. I don't know, but I wouldn't mind seeing some Lightning Fury again. And some immunities. You know, the enemies having immunities that you have to work around. You know, it's something that wasn't in D3. It just didn't fucking matter what sort of skills you were using or what elements you were emitting from your character. It didn't fucking matter. You were just able to damage everything all the time with any weapon type. So what really was the you know, the depth to that? There wasn't much depth to that. You didn't have to think as much. You know what I mean? But yeah, just a few points, man, that I think should be brought to attention, and some proposals. So let me know what you guys think about that. And are you with me that you want to see a character like the Amazon returning to Diablo 4? And are you with me in that maybe that is a good way to go with how the Druid and Barbarian are worked so far? You can have your javelins here, then you have your bow next to it, and you just have, you know, keys bound with certain skills. And then she'll rip out her bow and blast when you hit one of the hotkeys, and then she'll just rip out her javelins and go with another hotkey. And it'll just be, you know, just a really smooth transition and all that. Well, let me know if you guys are with me on that. And what are your thoughts for Diablo 4? Appreciate you guys. Appreciate my patrons for supporting me as you have. Thank you, Chad, for coming into being one of my latest patrons. Appreciate you, brah. So I'll talk to y'all soon. Links in the description below. Peace be with you.